Welcome back to Comic Book ASMR. Today we're going to be doing another comic book haul, so we're going to go ahead and get started. First, I wanted to showcase my friend's independent project, and he just hooked me up with a bunch of extra stuff that I didn't get ordered on the Kickstarter. He just threw it in. So, this is my friend Chris Thomasma's projects here. So we have Base Force versus Treble Fury. This is a one-shot. And, yeah, it's good stuff. Chris has been working hard and just kind of doing a lot of creative stuff here. And the artist RN, that's his pen name. And I love his stuff. It's simplistic, but, you know, it's detailed where it needs to be. It's very energetic, very expressive, as you can see here. And it's great. He put out Base Force #1 a while back. And yeah, I love it. I love just what's been set up in general with it. It's got some elements you typically don't see in comic books and stuff. There's some religious stuff in it. It's not overtly religious, but there's little bits of it that are and things like that, and I just appreciate those little touches. So yeah, most of it is all this art here. I think there's a backup in here, or no, this one is all just the same artist except for a few little pin-ups here. So this is a drawing here actually by Chris. Chris draws himself, but he's got other people that he taps for main art duties a lot, but he's done his kind of some of his own stuff as well here and there. And yeah, I just love what Chris is setting up. I think he's got some big ideas with this stuff. I'll leave a link to his storefront. I think you can get quite a bit of this in his store. And then we have Adventures of Clarity Girl, and this is another one-shot called Princess of White Core v. Mother of Bots. And yeah, both of these covers are by the same artist here. And I like their style. It's cartoony, but yeah, it's got kind of a painterly thing to it. And this one has a bunch of little short stories in it. I like that Base Force is like a full, solid story, you know. But I also like how this is kind of like a sampler of sorts, you know. So I really like the art we'll see in a little bit here. This is fun, but there's one in particular. And this story here was interesting. This is straight up had a lot more religious undertones to it. Basically about trying to share with people, like share convictions and pray for people and things like that. But this art I loved a lot. This is all black and white, but it's very dynamic. Once again, it's a more simplistic style, but it's just so dynamic and dramatic. And I really liked it a lot, So yeah, Chris has moments where his stuff can be funny and then other moments when it can be serious. So Chris is continuing to expand as a creator for sure, and I look forward to seeing what he continues to do. And he's really getting some good artists as well, so I'm excited to see. I think he's got another Base Force project coming out soon. I loved Volume 1. And then there's some different art in the back there. And then, yeah, there's some little concept turnarounds. There's the Base Force one. And yeah, so the tier I got was, I just personally ordered the original comics, and then they had only one of each of these made. So these are the custom, only one made Base Force and Clarity Girl figures. these are customs. I think they were previously some Marvel Legends, and then there's some paint apps and things like that on them, but I'm not sure if there are bits on here that are totally whole cloth, you know. But yeah, these are really nice, and the fact that there's literally, like, these are the only ones. So the tier was pricey. I think I paid over $100 maybe for each tier, but that's because they had these literally only one made of each of these, and I gotta get them both. So I love supporting Chris and his work, and I love toys and stuff, as you guys know. So I don't know where I will put these yet, but I'll certainly find a spot. It's looking like they might go near my spawn, since I don't know if I can really plug them into my turtles area, or maybe I'll just put them on the shelf with some of my graphic novels here. But yeah, these are really cool, and I'm glad I have them. But I sense big things for these characters. I love the designs of them. I think Chris really has something on his hands with these. And so that's personally what I got. So everything else I'm going to show you, he just threw in for me. Oh, I'm going to Emerald City. By the time you see this video, I will have already been there, but I will be repping Base Force with his nice shirt. So he just threw this in for me for free. And naturally, with the figures, I had to get. These are like the box arts, so I'm gonna find some way to put those in a clamshell type situation and display these with these as like the backing. So I'll probably just use like a big, thick, clear plastic and somehow I'll house them together. So yeah, this is what I pre-ordered initially, was the 2 action figure variants and then the actual figures, and then he threw in the basics for me, since these are literally just gonna be displayed with the figures. And then he threw in these cool little holofoil prints. Unfortunately, the mail did ding him a little bit, but yeah, these were free, so I'm not upset that they got damaged because I didn't technically pay for these. But yeah, so there's designs for both Base Force as well as Clarity Girls characters here, so really cool. Was really nice of Chris to do that, and yeah, like I said, I just look forward to seeing whatever he does next. I think currently he's got a campaign up for a book called Drummer Boyd. I haven't backed it yet because when the Kickstarter comes out, it's like in an off cycle of when I get paid, and even after the 5 or 7 day grace period on Kickstarter, it's still not before I get paid. So I want to make sure that I can actually cover it if I, pledge it. But I think that one, the timing's going to be off. But either way, if you're not in that situation, go ahead and support it. I'll leave a link to that below as well. Alright, now I'm going to move on to the regular books here. So, first we got Predator #1. And immediately I recognize Ed Brisson's name on there. I don't think I know the other people. I didn't know Frank Diamata, but I don't know Kev Walker. At least I don't think I do. But so this is Marvel's first outing with Predator, and they had some copyright hang-ups, I think, because a while back they tried to do a Predator variants and stuff like that, and then those got pushed back and canceled and stuff like that. But yeah, once again, I don't know much about Predator either. I just know the designs of both Alien and Predator are just kind of iconic and awesome, but I don't know anything about either of those characters or universes, so anything I'm experiencing in these books is pretty much my first taste, with the exception of I watched the first Alien with my kids on Halloween time last year, so hopefully we'll continue that and probably look at Predator as well. We'll see. And we have Deceased, War of the Undead Gods, #1 of 8. And yeah, Deceased is just kind of one of those books that if you've been following it, you're just going to continue to follow it. You got heroes who've been turned into like these zombies based upon the anti-life equation. And it's just kind of the struggle of the last remaining heroes trying to right the ship as best as they can. But yeah, it's just really cool and a lot more brutal than I'm used to experiencing, especially with DC characters in particular. So, obviously, I recommend it if you haven't been following Deceased. Check it out. There's quite a few trade collections of the past stories, and jump on board for the new one. Next, we have a book that's been getting a lot of critical press and stuff. This is Batman One Bad Day, The Riddler. So they're going to make a series of these, basically one-shots with all of Batman's rogues gallery. And since Riddler was the focal point of the newest movie, I think that's why they started with him. Now this is not to be confused with the Riddler story that's coming out by the actor who played the Riddler. That book is coming soon though. But yeah, this is written by Tom King, I believe. And it's Mitch Gerard, so this is the same team that did the Miracle Man series. So if you enjoyed that, you'll probably like this. And yeah, this is just kind of more gritty and, you know, once again, a more mature, kind of bitter, dark peek into the DC universe. So it's a more mature book, but it should be fun to see what they do. Next we have Superman Space Age. So this is kind of the polar opposite of that book. So this is very much in the vein of nostalgia and, you know, pop art. This is by the All Reds. So it's very bright and cheery. And yeah, they just do quality work. I love their stuff. I love that, you know, it has this classic feel to it, but it's, you know, new art, obviously, but I just love it. It's clean, but yet maintains that feel of the old books. And this is a series. There's gonna be a bunch of these. I think either 5 or 6 or something like that. But yeah, this was actually sold out previously on my other haul, so they were able to get in this copy for me. Next we have XMen Legends #1. And I could have sworn this was still in the vein of the X-Men 92, but it's not. So it looks like this is takes place during the early days of Wolverine here. So Roy Thomas is the writer there. I know that name. I know Dave Watcher as well, but I can't place exactly where I know them from. But I do know they're classic talents. So yeah, it's more classic talent telling kind of like in between the gutter tales, uncaptured moments in the X-Men's past, which is always fun. So yeah, this is obviously the Wolverine Hulk meetup here. And then it looks like maybe it flashes forward to more modern. Maybe, I don't know. It could just be debriefing after the mission, maybe. Yeah, I think it's just that. So this takes place literally looks like the first Wolverine appearance. And we have the Fortnite Zero War #3. So yeah, continue to get this if you play Fortnite. This is a must-buy for you. This code in this one allows every one of your players to have the Wolverine Snicked emote, I believe. Gives everyone adamantium pickaxe, claws. So not just Wolverine, you can use everyone, and the code's already been redeemed, so don't freak out about that. Yeah, see, adamantium claws, pickaxe, that's what the code's for. And you can only get it through the first run of these books, so they're not being nice like DC was. You literally have to get in on the first printing or you lose out. But I don't know if they will give you one for the trades or not. Next we got Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, number 3. Nice variant cover there by old Simone Bianchi. And this book is dealing with the history of Cap's shield, which I believe they're setting up to be some nefarious group somehow formed his shield, so I'm just a little bit annoyed how they keep trying to drag Cap's purity through the mud. You know, with like the whole Hydra Cap thing and all that type of stuff. Like, just leave my wholesome hero alone, you know. But at least, like, story-wise and art-wise, it's been consistently good, at least so far. I haven't gotten fully irritated, but I just wish that they would just make some nice, wholesome Cap stories again. Next we have World's Finest, number 6. And yeah, I just love the brightness of this book. And just kind of the fun feel behind it, even though it has dark moments. I think they just wrapped the previous arc, so this might be a spotlight story solely on Robin, maybe. Yeah. And I'm trying to remember if, yeah, so here's an ad for that One Bad Day. I'm trying to remember if Robin is still stuck where he's at right now, or if they rescued him. I have like oh, look at this. This is great. The kinetic energy on there. That's really cool. You don't see that a lot. So, yeah, no, it looks like they're still trying to brainstorm how to get Tim Drake back. And so it looks like a lot of it is just kind of the spotlighting Tim Drake's circus stuff, although that's interesting. No, I guess this isn't Tim Drake, this is actually Dick Grayson. I was supposed to say Tim Drake wasn't the acrobat. Although he is agile, he's not Dick Grayson, so. And speaking of which, here is Nightwing number 95. Continuing to be a nice solid book. Do I dare trace a little bit here? Let's go right here. Or just do the bottom half. So, yeah, I love the art in these books. Story is interesting. Just continues to be very high energy, very entertaining, and bright. You know, it's a nice contrast to like Batman's world, really distinguishing the difference between Nightwing and, you know, Batman. Dick is still a crime fighter, but he's one who doesn't shy away from the light, you know. Next we have House of XC. I think it's just House of 92, XMen 92, number 4. And yeah, this just continues to be lots of fun. The 92 X-Men set during House of X. And it looks like they're a Mojo world. So it looks like they've got kind of a gauntlet thing, maybe a bit of the gala in there as well. And we have Dark Crisis Young Justice number 3. So yeah, the last issue showed all of basically the male Young Justice rosters. Worst enemies here. I've greeted them at their cave. So we see them tested a bit. And I think they're starting to put their finger on how things are not quite right. Wherever they are, they're trying to like have a siren song of complacency. Give them their what if wish. They're like, hey, Impulse, are you ready to be the next Flash? Robin, are you ready to be the next Batman? Superboy, are you ready to inherit the cape? All this sort of stuff. And they're like, yeah, I don't know, like, I should take that place, but it just feels off. And so that's kind of what they're struggling with at this point. And we have Catwoman, number 46. And this is a fun cover here. Let's trace here. Alright, let's go right there. And then there goes my left, or right hand rather, obscuring it on the end. But yeah, nice cover. Very clean. So when I open it, we get a nice little nostalgia bump right there, right off the bat. 90s Catwoman and Batman. So it looks like there's a bit of a walk through the romantic past there. And then it snaps to present day and the danger that Catwoman is dealing with. So we've still got Black Mask with these makeshift masks on. Because Catwoman had his preferred black mask destroyed. I think a sniper shot it and blew it up by accident, if I remember. So, yeah. So she's teamed with this lady here. I think they're just trying to maintain being one step ahead of Black Mask, really. Then we have one of these nice things. This is the first appearance of the Sinister Six facsimile here. Spider-Man Annual number 1. And yeah, just a fun book. And these recreate literally everything about the original book. Very light on ads, I realize too, because these reprint the ads. There's very few ads in here, but you can see on the back, we've got our ads, and then there's a few of this here. So, I mean, all the others in the past have been full-on recreations, if I remember, so did this annual really barely have any ads in it? Or did they tweak this for the modern age, I wonder? It's even actual page 1 is on the cover. That's interesting. But just really cool to have those. Next we have Batman Urban Legends number 18. With a nice Etrigan, the demon, on the cover here. Nice classic Kirby contribution. So we have more stories here. It looks like this starts brand new story arcs. They're all part ones or self-contained. Yeah, the previous one featured like just various Justice League stories like, hey, Batman and Flash, Batman and Aquaman. So this one looks like the first story here focuses on him with the Outsiders a lot. And then let's see the next story here. It features Etrigan. Kind of more the Kirby stuff. And then looks like there's an Alfred story in the back. Oh good, it's a Chris Burnham one too. You guys know I love Chris Burnham. He's just a really cool guy in person, though. I've always chatted him up and just really liked talking to him. He's a really cool guy. I need to find more of his stuff. And then we get another story in the back here. Looks like just kind of spotlighting Batman and Robin a bit. And I want to say I know this villain here, vaguely, but I don't know. And then we get another little backup, looks like by some like penguin type stuff going on here. Oh, we got the pink flamingo. So some more obscure characters in the back. Ratcatcher, maybe. Or is that the Condiment King? Oh, Killer Moth, my mistake. But yeah, definitely more. Not utilized too much characters. And next we have King Spawn number 13. Nice Violator cover, absolutely. And we see the chains here. Really cool. Who's doing the art? So, Thomas Nachlik. I don't think I've seen this artist on Spawn yet. Maybe I have. But it certainly looks different than what I've been seeing. This is cool. So we've got this chess piece motif going on. That is a cool design choice. Yeah, so this looks like it's a very interesting arc. Hopefully this artist will do more issues. This is looking really unique and engaging. And then this was a nice little freebie. If you guys know Comic Tom, you've probably seen this already, but they had these free at the comic shop, big stacks to encourage kids reading. So we have Space Cadet number 1, and I was actually surprised by the quality of the art. We've got this cool kind of watercolory thing. Artist here, Stefano Cardoselli. And yeah, I like it. It's got this watercolor thing, and it's just really fun to look at. Does not look like your typical book. And I was just really impressed by it. Lots of big images. So yeah, check this out. And this is definitely on my radar. This was free, but I will gladly pay money for more. So this is from the kid imprint of Scout Comics called Scoot. But yeah, just really cool. Alright, well that's gonna do it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. And as always, you all have a super slumber. Thanks. Bye.